Good evening and welcome to the Night Vision Winter Sports Special. I'm Henry Powers. Tonight, we recap Wartburg's winter athletics and highlight key athletes and their contributions. A couple teams still find themselves competing in the postseason. After a regular season conference title and some continued postseason success, Wartburg women's basketball is making the headlines. Sports reporter Joshua Hamlin has more.
The Wartburg women's basketball team returns the program to national notice with a big win. The Knights took down the defending national champion 6th-ranked Hope College Flying Dutch 81-67 on their home floor in the second round of the NCAA tournament on March 4th to advance to the Sweet 16, where they will face number 1 ranked Christopher Newport, who is 28-0 this season. Friday, the Knights advanced for the first time since the 2018-2019 season. Wartburg opened their NCAA tournament run with a first-round win over 13th-ranked Baldwin Wallace, 57-43. The Knights reserved a spot as an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament after a next-level season that they finished 15-1 in the American Rivers Conference and 21-5 overall. That included their 10th conference regular season crown. The Knights navigated their way to the Sweet 16 with an experienced roster and locked-in play on both ends of the floor. Wartburg head coach and American Rivers Conference Coach of the Year, Bob Amsbury, talked about what continues to power the great offensive play of the Knights this season.
Sometimes we're going to attack it if that's what they give to us. We're not afraid to shoot the three if that's what they give to us. So it's just a matter of, taking what the defense gives us, staying aggressive with really good pace and spacing.
The Knights are led in offensive production this season by first-team All-Conference forward Jaden Murphy, Conference MVP Sarah Faber, and second-team All-Conference guard Brittany Young. Young recently broke the Wartburg single-season school record in three-pointers with 84. Murphy is 6 points away from achieving the 1,000 career point milestone as a Knight. Coach Amsbury noted what has made this Knights squad a special group.
Together. This group is all about each other, and they play together, they share the ball. It's a fun group to be around because there's really no egos. Nobody has to get theirs. It's all about us playing well together, and that's probably the most special part about us.
The number 24th ranked Wartburg women's basketball team at 23-6 overall this season will journey on to the NCAA tournament Sweet 16, where they will face number 1 ranked Christopher Newport, who is 28-0 this season, Friday, March 10th at 4 p.m. Central Time. This will be the first meeting all-time between these programs. Tufts University will serve as host in Medford, Massachusetts for the next 2 rounds. Reporting for Night Vision Sports, I'm Joshua Hamlin.
Thanks, Josh. Our Night Vision sports reporter sat down with 2 of the talented players in the junior class leading the charge their postseason run.
And welcome to Night Vision Sports. I'm Joshua Hamlin, and we're joined by 2 amazing Wartburg women's basketball players, as we're joined by Jaden Murphy and Sarah Faber. Jaden, Sarah, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Talking about this season, it was an amazing start to the season. You had a great non-conference season. Talk a little bit about that. We'll start with Sarah.
I think as a team, we went into the beginning of our season with a set of goals that we wanted to accomplish, and one of them was being the conference championship. And so from there on, we just started and we played as a team, and we began to get familiar with each other, and we just went on a roll after that.
And for you, Jaden?
Yeah, like she said, we set a lot of expectations for ourselves. We had a couple of early losses, but that definitely kind of helped us learn about just our weaknesses, what we need to work on, and we've improved on that stuff throughout the season. And so now we're having fun and getting some wins under our belts.
Looking at the NCAA tournament, we'll start with Sarah. You had 2 top 25 matchups against 2 excellent teams representing 2 great conferences, including a matchup with the defending national champions. But we'll start with the Baldwin Wallace matchup, a top 15 team. Your thoughts traveling to Michigan and then playing that team to open a tournament play?
I would say that as we were traveling there, we wanted to be calm and like remember that like we don't have any of the expectations on us, so that we're able to just play our game and be loose, and to remember that we almost didn't get this opportunity, so we need to use it to the best we can.
And for you, Jaden?
Yeah, I think a big thing was we wanted to make a statement, prove that we deserved to be there, that we earned it. And overall, it was just really fun playing in Hope's Arena. It was really awesome. They have such a nice facility and great crowd, so it was a lot of fun.
Talking about the Hope matchup, you played the defending national champions, and you had the best first half that I've seen from a college basketball team, other than what I saw yesterday from Iowa, right there with them, with just overall excellent performance, great passing, and it feels like you have a family with this women's team. You all know your styles of play and you know what you're doing. What was that like after that first half and going into that matchup against the defending national champions?
Yeah, I'd say after the first half, we just like reminded ourselves like 20 more minutes left. We just need to keep playing us, keep playing loose, and remember like who we are.
Yeah, I mean, we went into the game telling ourselves we can do this, like we can win. I think after that first half, knocking down those shots, we truly believed it. We knew that we could win that game, and so we just continued to do what we needed to do. Everyone stepped up, so it was pretty cool to see.
Good work, Josh. Good luck to the Knights in their Friday night matchup against the #1 team in the country. The Wartburg Knights wrestling team completed another successful season. The team has a chance to expand the trophy case at Nationals. Here's Christopher Guerrero and Caleb Kammerer with more.
Wartburg Wrestling had a season to remember as they defended their American Rivers Conference title en route to a regionals victory and a national championship appearance. The Knights looked to defend last year's NCAA Division III national title. The Knights secured their 40th conference championship on an undefeated American Rivers Conference season, going 14-1 overall in the season, with the only loss coming in the NWCA National Dual Semifinals to Johnson and Wales. One of the major players in the success of the Knights this season was Joe Pins, a fourth-year who spent all of his college years on the wrestling team. Pins went 16-2 across the season, placing third in NCAA regionals at 133 pounds.
You know, it was a little disappointing. Obviously, we always want to be at the top of that podium, but knowing that regionals was just a stepping stone to ultimately get where you want to be at nationals. And going into the national tournament, everyone's 0-0, so I look forward to competing the best I can and just getting the most out of my genetic potential.
Pins also gave thanks to the fans that spurred the Knights on whenever they wrestled in front of them in the Levick Arena. I'd
just like to say thanks to all our fans and the student body for coming out, making every single home meet, electric, and we like to put on a show, and hopefully we can put on a show out there in Roanoke, Virginia.
The #1 ranked Knights won the Lower Midwest NCAA Regional Championship with 181 points and qualified 7th for the national championships that will occur on March 10th and 11th. The Knights that qualified for the national championship individually are Joe Pins at 133, Zarin Terakina at 144, Chris Rumpf at 149, David Hollingsworth at 157, Nathan Fuller at 165, Zane Mulder at 174, and Mosoma Indine at 197. Reporting for Night Vision Sports, I'm Christopher Guerrero.
Thanks, Christopher and Caleb. Good luck to the individuals competing, and fans, you can follow the live results at trackwrestling.com. Wartburg Track and Field, under the direction of Marcus Newsom, was looking to dethrone Loras College and win some conference gold. Here's Danica Rademacher with more.
The Wartburg Track and Field team had a tough but victorious indoor season. The Knights ended their regular indoor season with 6 total first-place finishes. The Knights traveled to Storm Lake, Iowa to compete in the American Rivers Conference tournament meet. Both the men's and women's teams ended in second place out of the 9 teams, both falling to Loras College of Dubuque, Iowa. The Knights hosted the NCAA qualifier at the Hoover Fieldhouse on March 3rd and 4th, which qualified a total of 18 Knights for the NCAA tournament meet. 10 women qualified, including Luli Campbell, Lexi Brown, Aubrey Fisher, Shaylin Hostiger, Bria Christopher, Emma True, Haley Bamino, Ellie Meyer, Rachel Nagel, and Haley Meyer. 8 men qualified as well, including Dayton Love, Derek Smith, Wyatt Schmidt, Christopher Collette, Dalton Clausen, Jensen Clapp, Frankie Atwater, and Jack Kinzer. Head coach Marcus Newsom stated that every athlete on the team is crucial to their success, not just one or two. You can't win a national championship with just one or two athletes. The Knights will head to Birmingham, Alabama for the NCAA championship meet on March 10th and 11th.
Thanks, Danica. Our own Zach Heine had a chance to meet with a member of the Wartburg track and field team.
Welcome back. I'm Zach Heine here in studio with Michaela Sidney, who runs the 60 and 200 meter short sprints for the Wartburg track and field team. How are you doing today, Michaela?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So let's talk a little bit about the season as a whole for you and your team. How did that go for you guys?
So we are just now closing in the indoor season. My team's going to nationals this coming weekend. I feel like though that our indoor season has been extremely good. I mean, for us, we've had a lot of good competition. Even preseason, there were a lot of good work effort going in, a lot of dedication. I feel like Coach recruited very well in the freshman class. We have a lot of talent in that area. And even like after meets, we'd have like tons and tons of athletes going into the top 10 list. Like before each practice, we'd sit there and talk for, like 20 or 30 minutes at a time, just listing out all the athletes who've had PRs, which is personal records, and how many athletes have thrown, or jumped, ran in the fastest top 10 in Wartburg history. So I think that there was a lot of hard work, there was a lot of talent, and there's a lot of love on the team. It's really carried us through the entire indoor season. So.
Awesome. And then how was the ARC meet? Because that was a couple weeks ago. How did that go for the team?
It was tight. It usually is every season, every year. I think it went really well. I feel like everyone went out there and they gave it their all. I tell the teammates all the time, like, I feel proud of what everyone did. I didn't look out and see that. I didn't see anyone sell themselves short. There was a lot of passion. There was a lot of dedication. Sometimes it's just like that. We got second, and it was a tight race, a tight competition. But I am proud because there were so many different improvements that were shown. Those PRs I was talking about, some records were broken, some champions were made. But you know, we have outdoor season. There's another opportunity to win another ARC championship title. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what's been your favorite memory about being on the Wartburg track and field team, and what are you gonna miss from the team?
I think, as crazy as it sounds, I think I'm gonna miss those hard workouts. And our coach usually likes to play music while we're doing it. And I'm gonna miss having a community around me lifting me up when it's getting really hard. Because those workouts, they really, really suck. There's a lot of times you're throwing up, you're getting really dizzy, you just wanna give up. But the feeling of having a team and family around me cheering me on and pushing me through, I'm going to miss that a lot.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right, well, thank you for being here today and for telling us more about the track and field season. For Ambition Sports, I'm Zach Heine.
Thanks, Zach. When we come back, we'll highlight men's basketball and check in on how their regular season progressed. Stay with us. This is the Winter Sports Special on Night Vision. The Knights men's basketball team came into the season looking for their first NCAA tournament berth since 2017. I had a chance to cover their quest for success.
Wartburg men's basketball was looking for a rebound in the 2022-2023 season. The Knights finished the season with an 11-15 record and had strong performances from a number of players. Jack Molstead was named a member of the American Rivers Conference First Team All-Conference with his 16 points and 5 rebounds per game. Molstead helped the Knights produce the second-best scoring offense and join the 1,000-point club for his career. Molstead's career will continue after he announced he will be returning to Wartburg for a 5th year. Also returning for a 5th year will be center Cody Hicks. Hicks earned all-conference honorable mention honors after averaging 11 points and 5 rebounds per game while shooting 73% from the field. Head coach Dick Paith, in his 26th year at the helm, praised Hicks for his efforts during the season.
Cody has a great feel of setting a ball screen and providing window for the ball handler. And so our guys have done a nice job getting him the ball. We'd like to see him shoot more than what he does because of his percentages, but he's really kind of in his element here at Wartburg College.
The Knights will also return forward Marshawn Williams, who has increased his scoring average all 3 years and will be a 4th-year senior on the team next season. Williams said he figures to be a part of the high-volume three-point attack in the future.
If it's there, we'll take it. We all have guys that can shoot the three, so if it's there, we'll take it.
To end the 2022-2023 season, the Knights fell to a familiar foe in the first game of the American Rivers Conference Tournament. This time, the Loris Dewhawks ended Wartburg's season in the quarterfinals, dropping the Knights 85-80 in Dubuque. Coach Paith entered the game sensing it could be a close matchup against Loris, where defense would rule.
If we can clean a couple things up on the defensive end, I think that'll be very helpful for us. We got to do a better job keeping the ball on the dribble. We got to keep it out of the lane. We got to do a better job there. And then we had some back screens that really hurt us for some layups, and hopefully we do a better job communicating those screens and getting our switches involved so that we don't give up freebies on the offensive end.
The Knights will lose all-conference guard Drew Olson moving forward. He already exercised his 5th-year option and performed well this season after missing the first 13 games. All-conference guard Keegan John, averaging 13 points a game this year, also completed his eligibility. John and Olson were 1 and 2 in the conference in steals per game, helping the team sit 5th in the ARC with just over 6 steals a game. Going into next year, making defensive improvements could help the Knights get back on a championship course.
Win conference, make it to the NCAA tournament, have some big goals. I know it's like a lot of us senior-wise, like leaving next year, and so I feel like that's a big goal for a team-wise, just winning conference.
Reporting for Night Vision Sports, I'm Henry Powers. For a more in-depth look on the season, visit GoKnights.net. After the season concluded, Zach had a chance to sit down with Keegan John.
All right, and welcome back. I'm here with 5th-year guard Keegan John from the Wartburg men's basketball team. How you doing today, Keegan?
Good, about you?
I'm doing well. So talk a little bit about this last season for you guys. What were some things that you think you did well and some things you kind of wish went differently?
Yeah, so we had quite a bit of returners this past year with me, Drew, Cade, Cody, and Jack. So really good, all-rounded well players. Some things we did really well was we just had a really good chemistry, honestly. We had, with all of us coming back and returning, we just thought we were well suited for this upcoming year. And it was really exciting. I mean, coaches loved it. We were all with each other like a family, so it was really good.
Awesome. And so then you were named a second-team All-American in the ARC.
Yep.
So how does that feel to pick up that honor in a tough conference?
It was good. Yeah, we had a very tough conference. Anyone could honestly win at any given night. But it was really good. I mean, I put a lot of time in, so I thought I deserved it, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to have it. But yeah.
And so then what are your thoughts on the team for next year going forward with some of the pieces that they're bringing back and bringing in? How do you think they'll fare in ARC play?
Yeah, so we have some very athletic freshmen that have came in and the crew that is coming up with sophomores and juniors as well. With us playing against them, we had a couple ARC guys that have been going against them the past couple years, so with that kind of intensity that we've brought to them, we thought, they should be ready for the next couple of years that they'll have. So I think they'll be ultimately ready with anything that is coming their way, as long as they put the time in.
Awesome. And finally, finally, what's the one thing or your biggest memory you have from being on the men's basketball team?
Biggest memory. There's a lot, honestly. It's just being with the guys, probably. There's a lot of special moments that I had with them, but it's just being with the guys, whether we're playing or not. I mean, and often on the court. It's just been a good time here at Wartburg, and thankful that I was able to play here.
Awesome. And I will thank you for coming in and doing this. For Night Vision Sports, I'm Zach Heine.
Great stuff, Zach. Now we turn to one of the newer programs to Wartburg Athletics, esports. With a deeper look into the team, here's Jax Cadell.
In 2021, Wartburg announced that esports would be the newest addition to the athletic program. Joshua Fisher was named head coach and has had a great start with the new program.
Yeah, still learning a lot, figuring out a lot. Myself, the college, the players, figuring out a whole lot, but it's been super exciting, and we've been doing pretty well, and I'm really happy with the players we have this year.
Compared to other sports at Wartburg, recruiting is quite different for esports.
But right now, it's a lot of finding people who play these games and are excited about it, but don't really know that playing esports in college is a real opportunity. I think that they have to be like professional level players in order to play in college, which isn't actually the case. So finding those players that do have that interest, that just don't know it's an opportunity, is the main thing we're looking for now.
A new facility is being renovated for the oncoming 2023-2024 esports season.
We're going to be expanding our space a lot. One of the huge things that I'm excited about is it'll take our production of our live streams up a whole notch. We'll have a dedicated space for our commentators and for our production room just to be kind of separated. So that'll take everything up a whole lot. We'll have a lot more computers, be able to have multiple teams practice at the same time. Right now we're a little limited on that, on space. It'll help with noise a lot, because when you have a bunch of people sitting next to each other yelling in headphones, it can get pretty loud. So it'll help with so many things, and it'll just look so much nicer, be so much more welcoming and inviting.
With competing in video games, there's still a lot of practicing that goes into it all.
So depending on the game, each game is different. Like a game like Rocket League that is soccer with cars is very easy to do drills, because you can do shooting drills, you can do passing drills, just car control drills, stuff like that. So there's a lot more drills there. If it's a shooter game, there definitely is like aim practicing and stuff that you can do, or going into a custom game and kind of going through drills and how you want to execute these things and making sure the team can do everything at the same time. So we do a little bit of that. We do a lot of film review after our games. The day after our game day, we do film review, look for mistakes, things we could do better. And then other than that, we try to either scrimmage other schools if we can find some scrimmage partners, or we just play ranked, because luckily we play games that have a built-in matchmaking system, so we can just play against random people online, which other sports don't have that privilege, so it's pretty nice that we have that too.
Being in his first year at Wartburg, Coach Fisher has high hopes for the future of the esports program.
I think as we keep growing, we'll get a lot more people who are here for esports, and I think that'll just take our program to the level of excellence that all Wartburg Athletics has.
For esports, competitions are handled differently than other sports.
Depending on the game, is when it happens during the week. So Mondays are Valorant, Wednesdays are League of Legends, Thursdays Overwatch, Friday Rocket League. On those game days, we compete from here, so it's kind of nice that we don't have to travel.
Becoming the head coach of a whole new program can be intimidating, but Coach Fisher has felt nothing but compassion.
Like the community we have among the players here is definitely just the players being awesome people, and I think that's just true of everybody I've ever met at Wartburg. Like all the students here are just so cool and want to do everything well and want to be a part of it and want to make it better, and I've just seen that in this esports program, so I just feel like I'm super lucky to have the players that I've had this year.
The Knights esports team will compete all the way until May. You can watch their streams on twitch.tv/Wartburg Sports. This is Jax Cadell for Night Vision Sports.
Great piece, Jax. Member of the esports team, Cade Doherty, was nice enough to sit down with our own Zach Heine.
Welcome back. I'm here with Cade Doherty of the Wartburg esports team, specifically the Rocket League team. How are you doing today, Cade?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well. So talk a bit about how the season has gone so far with last semester and into this semester for you and the team.
So last semester it was a great experience, a little heartbreaking, but for the first season, I mean, we made it all the way to the championship of our division. and we lost. But I mean, the experience, being able to do esports through the colleges, I mean, it was awesome. And so far this semester, we kind of got moved into a better division, and I mean, it's going really well, I think, especially for the first year of esports. It's been awesome.
Awesome. And then, how's Coach Fisher helped you, elevate your game with it?
Yeah. So when I first decided to play, I was pretty average at the game, but he's helped me mechanically and different strategic stuff in the game that have helped me improve my game overall. So.
Awesome. And what's your history with esports? Were you just a casual gaming for a while, and then decided with the official team to kind of jump in with the team?
Yeah, it was just playing with my friends, just keeping it low key, and then me and my roommate decided to give it a try and took it competitive, and and it's been awesome.
Awesome. And finally, what's the team's goals for the rest of this semester with the Rocket League?
Obviously to win our division, that's the biggest goal, but I think just also readying, we have two other teams, and I think helping them ready for when we leave to be able to take over, I think is a big thing. But yeah, winning our division is top of our minds right now.
Awesome. I will thank you for joining me today for Night Vision Sports. I'm Zach Heine.
Thanks, Zach. Good luck to the esports team as they progress through their winter term season. That's a wrap for the 2022-2023 Winter Sports Special. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck to track and field, women's basketball, and wrestling in their upcoming postseason matchups. From Night Vision Sports, I'm Henry Powers. Have a great day.